Got a lot of things I could do better if I tried to. They don't know the trauma we endured and we survived through. Family is the anchor to the ship of which I'm tied to. So if I get to sinking, well, I guess I'm finna die too. It's true. I gotta get some shit off my chest. I ain't saying I'm the worst, but I ain't always been the best. Mama died in Florida, that's where they laid her down to rest. But I only visit twice in my life, and it's nothing I'm proud of. Brother, he got locked in them tears. Lose your life and your freedom, that's what everybody fears. And do the selfish reason.
Welcome back to the Make It Home Play podcast. This is episode 19. First recorded episode we've done in a minute. One of your hosts, Daryl, Dingle, Kez. I got a couple of different aliases that I go by. I'll let everybody else introduce themselves.
What's good? It's your boy Russ. Different role now, yo. We done fucked up. Daryl, stop looking at me like that. It's your boy Russ. Don't ask me about my love life, yo. Quick shout out for y'all sticking with us, rocking with us. We back on here. We got the lives popping on Fridays now. So follow the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page. We'll get links out there and all that. But thank you.
What's going on is just cuz it's the headset god. The only one that got one of these. I rock them because they're unique. Daryl got a headset today. His is weak though. You know what I'm saying? Connecticut, the best battle rapper you never heard of.
What's good? What's good? It's Bash Cash, Bash Top. Make It Home Safe podcast episode 19. We got some stuff for y'all. Stay tuned.
What's going on, everybody? It's Quam, aka Cap in America, Cap in the group chat. Just to fill everybody in, so from now on, the pre-recorded episodes will drop every once in a while when we feel like it's a heavy topic that needs to be discussed. But we are still here weekly on Facebook, just like Russ said, on the live, going live around 8:30 Eastern time is where we get the goofy jokes off, where we get the goofy topics, and where we get to interact with our wonderful fans.
The live been popping too, though.
Yeah,
has been.
It's been crazy.
It's because of you, Russ. All your wild antics.
I keep it real. Beyonce is overrated.
We're not doing that for a month. We're gonna move into what we have for today.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting. You know what? Maybe you should hang on a little longer. We'll see how it goes. Then we won't have to get the report by ourselves.
What are you doing here?
And walk. Well, you've been here like 15 minutes now.
Let's go.
Volume.
Audio
Went out.
Let's go.
I'm happy to help you. There's a difference between
Pretty sure you were the aggressor, buddy.
you're aggressing on me.
Someone came running. Watch that.
You better walk away. Walk away. You're talking to my wife right now. Walk away. Walk away. Now, walk away. I'm going to carry your ass out. What do you want to do? Or what? What are you going to do? Let's go. Walk away. I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking. You better start walking right now. I ain't coming after you. You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out. Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should go.
Oh my God!
Are y'all good on this? Y'all
Yeah,
good? I feel like I can cut off of that.
That's enough.
Harassing the neighborhood.
That's enough. Listen. Man, you can talk all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I want to. First of all, I don't give a fuck whose neighborhood it is. I'm gonna walk in it if I want to.
Yeah, like
The crazy thing, it was his neighborhood too.
That's what I'm. But regardless,
Yeah.
if it won't my neighborhood, I'm walking through it. Got a sidewalk, I'm walking through it.
yeah, like I don't even like. Even if I live there, I feel like I don't live here no more. That's what I was. It was like, what are you doing over here?
Yeah, I definitely.
You live over here? No, I could be your neighbor. No, I don't. Anything else for you, bro? But I understand why. It's a little guy. Look at that guy. He was little.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He was little. Sure. He picked on him. He bullied him.
Sure. He definitely did.
100% he did.
I ain't gonna lie. When he pushed him, that shit made me hot, bro.
Bruh. Yo, I was so mad he was walking by himself. Like, think about how many
It was
times
the right one.
Think about how many times we was younger and we was walking like through different communities and stuff, but we was never really by ourselves, and no one ever came up and did none of that shit like that to us. If he was with a group of people, they wouldn't have said nothing to him.
No.
They wouldn't have said nothing to him. They would have said it under their breath, but they wouldn't have said nothing out loud like that.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely not.
100%. But my thing is was Shorty a minor? Because he looked like he might have been like under 18.
Him, right? Yeah, he definitely did. Look.
I think he was. I think he was a minor, so that's why they arrested him.
That make it even worse.
Yeah,
my son would have came home.
I'm about to say, can you imagine if your son come home and tell you that story?
Yeah, we going back. I was walk me to the same place you was walking, and we're gonna walk it up and down the block. I need you to come outside, bro. I need you to come outside.
Yo, so that reminds me, Kwame, you remember that time when we was walking home from school, and me, you, and Day walking home, and Damon said something to Chris, and Chris' dad hopped in the car and started chasing us, nigga.
Yeah,
nigga. As soon as I got home, I told my pops, and my pops drove right back to the house and talked to that nigga. I was like, bro, like, I'm not going with you, but you know, you do what you gotta do.
That's crazy. Back to that though, and y'all have been 100% right, dog. I told my coworkers today because it came up in the office today about like what happened. I told my coworkers, I 100%. I'll be waiting for some shit like that to happen. I'll be waiting for a nigga to put his hands on me, dog, like that. Because you know, first of all, this is
I
drill
wait for
sergeant.
somebody to put their hands on me. Yeah,
he a drill sergeant, so he doing all that.
Oh, he was hot shit.
Boys.
Definitely.
Yeah. But shout out to the dude who was smaller and he didn't back down. Like,
that's a fact.
Yeah, I give him that. He would have went to sleep cold. He would have went to sleep cold. If old boy really wanted to give him some work, it would have been real.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
I think he was accepting because there was nothing there for him to grab. Like
what can he
know,
do?
he couldn't. There's no brick there, Craig. Ain't no brick there.
That's what I mean, though. I hate stuff like that. He's defenseless, bro. He's defenseless.
Bully shit.
You are clearly 2 times bigger than him. Like, it's nothing about this that's gonna happen where he's gonna, like, again, unless he had a weapon, it's over for him. That's corny to me because, again, if it was me, I 1,000% guarantee, even if he did say something, it wouldn't have went like that. It would have never. Where you live? I wouldn't even answer it. But if I did, I live around the corner. All right, I bet you, or anybody of my stature.
If you ask me where I live, why? Why? If this is my neighborhood and you ask me where I live, why?
Yeah, that's definitely my first question. Like, if you don't leave me alone, and do you know how long they've been living there?
I'm about to say the crazy thing is they haven't been living there that long.
At all. They haven't even lived there a year. They haven't even lived in that neighborhood.
He said we're a tight knit community. All this shit. You ain't even been living in that long,
bro. That's what I like. When I found all that out, I was like, bro.
But it's the thing though. I can't take. I don't like people to talk down, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was like talking down on him, over top of him, yelling in his face. He pushed him, all that, bro. It ain't. It's like I ain't gonna. It's nothing that's gonna like calm me down from that. Like I'm about to take this ass whooping because I got to get some aggression.
The crazy thing is, I think he did everything right because if that wasn't his direct neighborhood, he wasn't living on that street, right? Given how the cops reacted when they said they came, he would have been in trouble if he would have hit that man.
How did they react?
How did they react?
They at first, until this blew up, right? They only charged the white man with a misdemeanor for damaging his property because he slapped his phone out of his hand. Until this video became viral, they did not arrest him.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know.
So I can tell you, if that black kid hit him,
it would have been bad.
The black kid would have been in trouble.
I would have been another example. That's just how my temper would be at that moment.
You know what I mean, though? Like that's the thing.
Oh no, yeah.
Somebody recorded it.
Yeah.
Because the way the cops were gonna just like say we can try to get him for this, they weren't gonna do nothing about it.
Hell no.
That police department was going to do nothing about it until the video popped up.
In Columbia, South Carolina?
Not there.
Not at all.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like, I think the overall thing for me, though, beyond like just what we already just seen, is that this shit happens all the time, bro. There's things like, and this is the arguments that I have with people. Like, I seen a post, and this is like, you know, it's kind of like, I'll bring it back around full circle, but I seen a post, something local over here, and there was a bunch of cops playing with some kids, right? and there's a news site, and they're like, "Oh, look what the police do to da da da." And I say, "Yo, one picture doesn't change anything. Like, tell that to all the cops that done beat people up out here, drop drugs on people out here. All this has happened out here. Like,
Bro,
tell that to them.
Remember when we used to play water guns outside, and the cops came and
arrested.
I got arrested for water guns, bro.
Water guns, man.
I ain't even getting nothing cool. Nah, but for real, like what you in here for, yo? You know what I mean?
Like they were upset that we were just running around.
He said super soaker.
Yo, they thought I was talking crazy. They like, oh, you had to, you know. They knew what time it was.
So,
but that's just it's wow.
Look at his wife. And I ain't gonna play. But
That's
she
the one
is.
he was
But I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Dependopotamus.
You know what else you ain't gonna hold?
I think
relax. Let's not attack the. All right, I mean, yeah, she was a part of it.
You didn't even know what to call her.
She was a part of this situation.
She's definitely a part of it.
No, I feel like you know what? Honestly, I feel like she's the only reason that he even tried to go up like that because she was on the step egging this nigga on.
That's what I'm saying.
If she would have been there, I don't even feel like he might have wouldn't even reacted like that.
Talking about, but
he was talking to the homeboy he was really about to start cooking though. He said, "That's your wife." He was about to get his bag, like lunch table bag.
Yo,
he was
for
like,
real,
nah. He definitely said.
So I'm assuming that she's the one that was like, let's how about we walk you home type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was the one saying, let's see how that works out when the cops get there.
She need to run.
Why would you say that to somebody black?
Yeah, okay.
See how that turns out when the cops
get there. You walk me home. You might want to.
If he wasn't black, they wouldn't have bothered him. They wouldn't have said nothing, man.
He could have been a random white kid and they would have never said nothing. And I don't like people like her because they stand behind doing some crazy stuff and then use emotional responses to trick people into feeling guilty. I'm not with that.
Did you see the people gathered up at their house?
Yeah, I was for. I said,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm all for it, but I'm just happy nothing happened though, because like when you do stuff like that, that's when someone like him will snap and then shoot up a crowd.
Because technically, you're on their property.
Yeah, technically, you're on the property, and they would have let him get away with it. I'm telling you.
I'm sure somebody there had one, and I
was about to say. I mean, I don't think it would have went how other situations go, but
it wouldn't have went the way he wanted it to. I promise. He might have got 1 or 2.
For sure.
That would have been some person going to jail for shooting him too.
For sure.
He would have been in the right because there's people on his land.
But who's snitching?
The person who shot back. Who's snitching? Oh, you don't think the cops was pulling one black person out of that crowd?
It was mad videos though. It was mad videos.
You get what I'm saying though? Like, well, even if there were no videos,
just blaming
the cops are gonna pull a black person out of that crowd.
For sure.
Okay, so 2 things from that. First thing is Sergeant Jonathan Pentland is still in holding. They moved his family out of the house after the video went viral. So I don't think anybody's currently.
How did they protect him that quickly?
Bro, you know, people find stuff out like that. The internet is crazy. The shit you can find.
No. I'm talking about them protecting him.
One thing let's not disregard this. He is in the army. He is in the army.
I wasn't gonna. Yeah.
They didn't move that black woman out when her neighborhood was harassing her. When all the black dudes was taking turns 24 hours watching her house. Did they?
Of course not.
No.
When her life was legitimately threatened, they didn't move her.
Wow. Of course not.
They didn't protect her family.
We know why.
Man. We know why, man. And that's an unfortunate thing, but it's just things like this that highlight it. And I hope people don't try to go with the scapegoat or excuse of like they only show these things. Is like, why are there these things to show?
Dog, that's the whole thing about like now, when you get in these conversations and you have these conversations at work, you have these conversations in like different environments, and everybody, it's just the news and it's the agenda. They only show that. They only show this. They only show that. Back in the day, they didn't have news. That don't mean it wasn't happening back in the day. Just because that's what they show, that don't mean that they shouldn't show it. Because
back in the day, he would have been beat to a pulp.
Them showing it has nothing to do with anything. There's plenty of news outlets that won't show that. You can look at whatever you want to look at, but regardless, the news didn't show this shit. And social media put this shit on there. Like
it
the best,
always
you want
is.
to get some unbiased news, go on fucking social media, because everything that happens that you should feel some type of way about, that you should have some reaction about, is gonna be there.
Yeah,
It's gonna be there.
But they just don't. Those type of people just don't care. Like those are the type of people who defend it. Those are the type of people that's going to jump into the next topic. I mean, I hate to go transition, but do we have the video of Lieutenant Nazario?
We do have it. We got it queued up.
Defend the cop. Play that one too.
No shot.
100%. You already know, and that's the crazy shit. But we'll get into it in a minute. Give me one
But I thought they
second.
were for the troops.
Right?
I mean,
man, I haven't seen anybody be able to defend this yet, and I don't want to. I can't deal with that. I'm gonna blow up.
See, that's
So if you want to see it, just go read a comment section. Just go read any comment section.
What could they possibly be saying?
What could they possibly be saying? Just did you watch Two Distant Strangers? Comply.
Oh, for sure.
oh my god, man. That
Why are the guns out? With his hands out? What's he gonna shoot them with? His toe?
Get out of the car, sir. Just get out the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car. You receive a
Man, this sounds just like Two Distant Strangers, don't it?
Yeah, get you shoot me. Get out. Get out.
I didn't even realize Cuz had a gun in his hand.
Both of them do.
Other dude got the taser. He has a gun right here.
you sure it's, the guy with the body cam got a taser?
It looked like a taser. I don't
I
know.
thought it was gun, man. Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I can't tell right now.
Why don't they open his door?
Because they want him to have his hands out the window and open.
Why does
the
he
door.
have to get out though?
Apparently, he doesn't. Blue on blue.
Turn the audio up if you can.
Yeah. He pepper spraying him?
I think the only reason why he got the pepper spray is because he was in uniform.
Makes sense.
If he wasn't, I think there's one point where he said he was fixing to ride the lightning rod. You know what that means, right?
The white
They
lightning,
was
yo.
gonna shoot him. They was gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant when he said it.
Yeah.
Is that not? That's not tasing? No.
That's pepper spray right there. So he ended up just being pepper sprayed.
No, I'm talking about you. Talking about the white
And then
lightning.
they
That's
told
not-
him to get out the car. You said the white lightning? No.
That's bullets. I didn't know that.
That's
Well, we got-
like,
Yeah, and for those of y'all that haven't seen it, further on, they get him out the car, put him on the ground while he's still trying to breathe. And I've never been pepper sprayed, but all I've been told is one of the hardest things.
that's
to breathe.
Daryl. That's Daryl. Yes.
Yeah, so like,
You can't breathing is.
so
They
imagine
pepper
somebody
sprayed.
living on you. Probably feel like your life is really in danger because
Yeah, for sure.
they might kill you
They won't know.
accidentally.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
So the premise of it was this, for those who don't know, they tried to pull him over because they said something was with his license where it wasn't displaying. Him being a black man in America, he didn't feel safe, so he does what they tell you that you're allowed to do. You slow down to an acceptable speed and you drive and continue to drive until you're somewhere with better lighting, and then you're good. You are 100% allowed to do that. They got upset that he kept going for another mile or so until he got to the gas station and pulled into the light. And that's when they started reacting like that. When he did everything that he's allowed to do by his rights.
And I don't blame him for driving that extra mile. That extra mile probably saved his life.
That saved his life.
Exactly. Dog,
Yeah,
what?
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That saved his life.
The light definitely saved his life. Like
They would have shot him and said we didn't know he was in uniform. We
Said
didn't
he
know
had
who
a
he was.
gun.
They
Said
thought
he was
had a
acting
gun.
aggressive. They would have said
They
whatever.
said, no, in one of the comments, they said he had a gun in there, though. And then people started attacking the person who said he had a gun in there. It's like, that's his right. That's his right. By the state of Virginia, he was right. He was in the right by having a gun on him.
That man is in the army.
Let's think
expect
about
him to have
when
a
they
gun.
put these amendments in order. It wasn't for us.
No. 100%. You know that.
also,
They should know that too.
But it's
living in
crazy
Virginia,
that people are defending that.
living in Virginia, if you have a gun out in your car, that's okay.
I was about to say, yeah, South Carolina.
That's
too.
what they were saying.
That is
No,
okay.
he had it in like his passenger seat or whatever.
That's what I'm
before.
saying.
Someone tried to dig into the story and try to make him into a bad guy about that, though.
That's okay.
Like, that's what I mean. Just people really look for that.
They have to.
But I mean, you can't like it. I know that they have to, and they're gonna. I haven't seen it, but like you can't. There's nothing you can do to pick. This is a story, and we'll get to the other ones that when we get to, and I'll kind of address further what I'm saying there. But this is a story where you can stand on, because some of them other ones, they, as bad as it seems, and as terrible as it sucks, and as illogical as it feels, like. There's things that people can hold on to that kind of drags it one way, and it's like you can run with it, right? There's nothing to run with here. The only thing that you can run with is that he didn't die, luckily. But other than that, he did everything you asked him to.
That's the wildest thing ever, though.
That
lucky he didn't shoot him. That's the world we live in today. We're lucky they didn't shoot him.
Thing that got me.
God, he was just pepper sprayed.
He was harassed, but he didn't die, so it makes it better. Like.
I didn't have the YouTube clipped up or to the specific part, but the lieutenant said, "Hey, I'm scared," and the cop like replied to him, "Oh, you should be." Yeah,
like,
I heard that.
I heard it. He said it in there. He said it in there.
And I like,
why should we be scared?
You know exactly.
You're supposed to serve and protect us. You are a public service to us.
That's not where it started at, Quam. You know that. That's
I don't think I said
this. No, I'm just saying. Yeah,
it's always in my book. It's always fuck the police. I don't care if like y'all don't gotta agree. Fuck the police, man. I don't like them. I met one decent cop in my life, and then I found out stories about him, and I can't even rock with that. I don't care about no police, and that's the reason why black people are afraid to get pulled over by the police. Nigga, I tense up every time I see them. They don't even have to turn their lights on around me. Yeah, they drive by me, and I'll be like I can drive straighter. I take my hat off if I'm going on long trips, and I tell people the same thing. Yo, take your hat off. Don't like all of that. You should not have to think that way. And I'm being dead serious. Put your belt on. Take your hat off. We're not throwing a hoodie up. Like, chill. Just be regular, because I don't want no problems.
No, that's real. That's super real. And I don't know. You got one thing. This crowd. You have one thing right here. It's either Blue Lives Matter or support the troops.
It's not even. It shouldn't even. The wildest thing. It shouldn't even be that. It should be right versus wrong, and that motherfucker was wrong.
100%. But you know how them people. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
But that's what they did. They was like, which one you want, the troops or you want the Blue Lives Matter? Like, come on, bro.
No,
I asked that question. Where y'all at?
Yeah, but
where's the outrage?
Crazy. It's crazy. Where's the outrage on that? None of it. The only way it was outrage if he wasn't black. If he was white.
100%. You know that.
You had more of an outrage of the woman who got shot for storming the Capitol.
They'd have been more mad if that cop took a knee in the middle of that shit than they would have if he shot him. That's how stupid people are. That's how useless people's brains are. And I pray natural selection does this thing and takes them out in the course of their life quickly, because this is unbelievable, and I'm tired of seeing it.
People just need to make it a human being thing. Like, is this person being treated wrong or right? Whether they're this, that, or that. But it's never that way. It's never that way.
It never is.
All right. Well, you got the what else we got? What was the other video?
Daunte Wright.
No video. So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to the homies. I did not get a chance to watch Two Distant Strangers.
That's fine. That's fine. We still talk about it though.
We gotta know.
It was. I think it was kind of perfectly illustrated in so many ways, bro. But you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
All right,
we gotta watch it
Distant
after
Strangers.
All right.
We gotta Daunte Wright.
Yeah. Hold on, I got something for that. 1 second.
Does anybody have the story or explain it? Because I
go ahead and explain it.
For the Daunte Wright. So Daunte Wright is a young man who got pulled over, and then they ran his record, and apparently he had an arrest warrant. He had a warrant out for his arrest. They went to apprehend him. He panicked. He tried to escape. The female officer is yelling out, "I got the taser, 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 taser," which is weird. First of all, I've never Well, I'll address it after this. But she yells out taser, 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 and she shoots him. She actually shoots a couple of times from what it looks like on the body cam video. And then he pulls away. She says, "Holy!" She cusses, and then she said, "I shot him." Later on, the young man dies. All right. Now that I've explained the situation, I want to address this. First of all, they sent the warrant to the wrong house.
Wow, where have I heard that before?
Second of all,
I didn't know
she
that.
was
No,
in.
you said they sent the warrant
I
to the wrong
didn't
house?
know. I did not know
They
that.
sent a warrant for his arrest to the wrong house.
So he had a warrant. He just didn't know because they sent it to the wrong
He didn't
house.
know anything about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Second of all, she was in the military. Well, excuse me, not military. She was a police profession, so to speak, for 26 years. 26 years. She was a union rep. She was the trainer. She trained people. So I don't know how she didn't know the difference between her taser and a gun.
Listen.
Of how it feels, like it's crazy. I can tell you right now. Here's my perfect example. Before you say it, I can tell you right now, without looking, I can feel the difference between the PS5 controller and the PS4.
Yeah.
Yep.
One's heavy.
And I haven't been playing video games for 26 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think over the course of these past, maybe 5 years or so, when all this shit has been coming back to back to back. When they're about to tase you, do they yell out taser? I can't remember.
No, they never do. That's another thing I wanted to address.
So
I've never heard
that before.
I've never heard that. So maybe
usually when they're around other people, they do yell taser to let them know what action they're using, to let you know that you're going to be tased. Actually, they're supposed to yell out taser before they tase you.
They said that they yelled that out. See, it's so confused. They said that she yelled it out for the partners.
Yeah, that's what I said. For her people.
Yeah, for her people. Yeah, to move out the way, essentially. I'm about to tase him. But the tough part about that is, listen, if you close your eyes and you hear it, it sounds convincing of an accident. You understand what I'm saying? I literally did that. Listen. I'm talking about when I listened to it, not what she did. I'm saying when I listened to it, I literally closed my eyes to try to see, let me hear the inflections in her voice, you know what I'm saying? Because I know people are gonna run to that and say it was an accident. It was an accident. And I tried, and nothing I could do could get over the fact that, like you said, you know what a controller feels like.
I actually have never seen this video. So
she pulled the trigger a bunch of times. I feel like, bro, when you watch
quick disclaimer in this video, there will be violence and yes. So watch it your own
triggering.
Violence and yes. Any value?
It's low. That's all they got for it.
There's another one out there where you can hear it loud and clear.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's all right. What did they pull him over for anyway? Was it plates?
Air freshener?
Yeah, air freshener in his mirror.
They pulled him over for an air freshener in his mirror?
Mm-hmm.
I might want to take mine down. Look at this. Look at this. She squeezed the trigger a couple of times. You see it? You see that, right?
It definitely looks like it.
Yeah.
She took the trigger a couple of times. So how did you know?
Bro? You know that. You know.
Look, first of all, let's address this, right? Say she did make a mistake.
When do you pull a taser more than once?
Facts.
Before you have to reload it,
one pull.
It's a string, yeah.
So
does he have more than? Was he shot more than once though? I know it seemed like he was. What did the reports say? Because
the report says she was shot once. The report says shot once.
Yeah, I'm sure the autopsy and all that, whatever it comes up, it will probably maybe no more. But
yeah. So listen to this, right? Say it was a mistake. That doesn't mean she shouldn't pay for her mistake. How many people out there make mistakes and go to jail?
For sure. You get manslaughter.
It's a fact.
But that's only 10 years.
They're charged 10 years.
That's only 10 years.
They're charging her with second degree manslaughter.
So that's not even that.
See, so the thing is like
she might even get 10.
what I was telling y'all about my cousin who is a cop or whatever. He's like very vocal about this shit, right? So like anytime he sees anything, he's like watches it, like try to watch it a couple times, see all angles before he even speaks about it. Most of the time, he explains how they are wrong. You know what I'm saying? So with this whole thing or whatever, before anybody even said anything that I've seen anyway, he was talking about the different sides that the taser versus the gun is on, and
So I thought too, like they keep
about
side, so you know.
About like, you know what I'm saying, just the shit, just how they went about the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
even if eluding the police that call, like, do you know what I'm saying? He didn't do anything.
The thing is though, they could have let him go and they would have caught him later.
Listen, that's the tough part to it. Like it does like leave leeway for people to again.
I'll for sure jump on that.
Yeah, because you jumped in a car and you could have been reckless driving, speeding, kill somebody. Like, you know, you're gonna run into all of those obstacles when you try to defend the fact that he jumped back in the car. Now, do I know? I understand. Like, if he had a warrant, he must have knew what it was about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because
the way that he jumped in there.
A natural reaction isn't that way. To like, if you getting arrested to hop back in the V and pull off what. I get that. That's whack. That's terrible. But that's not the surprise, though. That's not the surprise. They will.
Nobody finds this like the crazy thing is the people who are defending the cops. They don't find this a little suspicious. Being pulled over for an air freshener. Let a white person be pulled over for an air freshener.
They don't care about it. The only thing they care about is that he tried to jump back in the car. That is all they care about. The fact that he jumped back in the car, it literally destroys
wipes everything else away. Yeah,
but you just don't like. That's the thing, though. Like you never.
Never mind.
But you just never know how you're gonna react in a situation where you're scared.
For sure.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he jumped back in the car. He didn't like they said they sent the warrant to the wrong house. So he didn't know that he had one. I think I read something too that said that he was on the way to his brother's house or something like that, and he called them, and he called his brother and was like, questioning like, yo, they saying I have a warrant, or his mom or some. Yeah, I think he called his mom or something when he got pulled over. Yeah, and it was like they saying I got a warrant or whatever. He didn't know nothing about it. So obviously you scared, like they trying to pull you over. I mean, like I said, everybody reacts differently than others would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me clear this up before you go. My fault.
Go ahead.
Before you go, I definitely understand. I made an assumption earlier, and I want to backtrack. I don't want to say that he knew what was up and or like. I don't even want to say that. I don't know. You are 1,000% correct. That man could have just been scared and could have jumped in his car because the same shit that we see all the time. That's so I take that statement back.
That's what I was going to. A 20-year-old seeing how kids younger than him are getting killed,
and he had a kid.
Man,
like, come on, bro. Like you just never know how people are gonna react when they're scared. He didn't do nothing violent. He didn't try to attack them or anything. He tried to get away. Like when you scared, you try to move. You move differently when you're scared.
Hey, in lieu of all this, you got that video queued.
I was about to say, let's play another video of somebody getting back in their car.
You got the just play the one with the truck, man. Watch this, man.
Nothing.
For all those who don't know, this is a 60-year-old white man, and this is just a small video of the altercation that happened.
If that's what you want to call it.
Of
the conversation that was had civilly between one person who said he's going to shoot them.
Oh, the conversation. I was talking about the other one. If you want to pull that one up too.
Yeah.
In a white pickup truck, he just peeled off on him with the cop hanging on and everything. No shots fired.
Bro, it just makes me angry, bro. Like really. Yeah. Also, kind of like defenseless, helpless type. You know what I'm saying? Because like you really.
Like, what do you like? If you get in this situation, you're literally like, whether we've clearly seen that no matter what you do, it's not up to you. It's about how they feel.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what you do.
It's
you
crazy
do the right
how
thing,
they can feel endangered and act however, but we can't. When we feel endangered, we gotta remain calm and be. But they're the ones with the training.
It's from the root. It's from what the badge represented way back when, bro. That's what it's from. People
And
still
you know
think
what I'm
that.
tired of too? With what I agree about with just cops usually don't call each other out, man. They always just cover each other's bullshit.
That's my whole thing about everybody saying that there's good cops and there's good cops this and there's good cops that, blah blah. Like the good cops don't really
you had
matter.
video up.
Yeah, I know I did it wrong. The good
No.
cops.
That's not true. What was you about to say?
I'm saying the good cops don't matter if it's not enough of them to speak
Oh, right,
up
right,
and the
right,
bad
right.
cops are doing shit. It doesn't
Yeah,
fucking matter
right.
that there's good cops, nigga.
If they're especially if
Doesn't
they're being
matter.
quiet, especially if they're being quiet.
There's stories of people being isolated.
Silence
in the
is
departments
complicit.
because they called out some bull.
It's not especially
Silence
if
is
they're being
complicit.
quiet. They are being quiet.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Everywhere. It's happening.
saying-
No one is standing up right now and going against the grain, and there's reasons, but it's happening, bro. It's no if they don't, bro. You can look around and see what's happening everywhere. No one is standing up against that. Not vocally
that's
enough.
real.
All right.
I'll put some volume on this.
Oh shit!
You have the volume, Daryl? I can't hear you.
I can hear a little bit. That's it.
I can't.
I can't hear it.
It's muffled. You can hear him. It's like distant.
I think when you play these videos, you might have to unhook your Bluetooth or whatever out of your headset and play through the speaker, so you might can pick it up.
You said what?
Like when we do videos like this, because it's muffled, we'll probably have to pull off the headsets or whatever and let it play through your internal speaker and feed through your mic. You know what I'm saying?
All right, hold up. Tell me if you can hear
Like,
this.
see.
Yep.
Yep. You just said I would shoot you.
Just let it talk.
No, it is constitutionally owned. I see that. You have a concealed carry permit. It's not concealed. Yes, it is. See the weapon. It's right there. Don't do it. What are you trying to do? Don't do it. Do me a favor. Just please step out of the car. That's what we're asking you to do. Oh, you're asking me to touch me? Yes. Conceal your weapons, please. No. This is how we act civilly. This is how we act civilly. You know this. Right eye. Right eye. You got cover? No. Yes, we do. Don't. Just please. Do you have body cam? Please. Do you have body cam? Do not force it. Do not. Don't. Do it. Don't. You know that. Please. I need to get out of the car. Hey, that's the double blue, sir. Are you gonna shoot me on double blue? Just relax. No, just relax. Hey, please get out of the car. There's rights to this. You know there are rights to this. Listen, we can figure this out. We can talk about this. Okay, right now.
It's coming in distorted a little bit. Back it up. Yeah, that's good. Oh, no. That was what we had.
You just put your hand on a gun, sir.
No.
Stop.
Back
Back it up.
Cut. Okay. Where was this at?
I don't know where, but eventually
You
at
gotta
the
let
end
it
of the video.
go. You gotta let it go. Watch him drive
Okay.
off.
This man is arguing with them, telling him I would shoot you for putting a gun in my face.
Son.
Pulls his arm off.
Don't do it. Get out of the car. You have double blue. You know what's gonna happen, right? Just stop. Get out of the car. The order. You're gonna go. What I got take me to jail. Go ahead. Come on. You're obstructing. I can't. No, you're obstructing. You're pointing a gun at me, sir. Right now, my lights to the front. Okay. Well, we have a body cam on this, sir. I'm just gonna drive away. I'm not gonna bother anybody. No, you're not. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What? Let him pull away.
Yo.
Hey.
Play that next video.
It must be nice.
So listen. You talking about me, Paz?
All right, bro. All right.
So listen, double blue is supposed to be a term of like some cop on cop stuff. But now that I've seen the video again, he had a mohawk in that. You ever seen a cop with a mohawk?
Dog.
Hold on. You want me to put the other video up?
What you got?
With the dude with the hammer who pulls off? Have you seen that video?
Yeah, the older joint.
I don't think we need to see that. I think we got our point just well, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's.
That was.
So
I
listen,
mean, it'll get worse than that.
He told the cop pointed a gun at him. He said, "You point that gun at me, I will shoot you, man."
Bruh.
What can people say about that, man? Why?
Wait, what did he say?
Ripped his arm away.
Why? Right? What did he say?
Right eye. Right
No,
eye.
he said
Right eye.
red eye. I thought he said red eye.
Red eye. I don't know
Yeah,
what
he
the
said
fuck he
red
said.
eye.
When he said
Red
that,
eye.
homeboy put his gun away.
Yeah, so it's something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And maybe
Some
blue.
cult
Yeah, that's
shit.
what I thought. So, on everything I love, bro. That's exactly what I thought when I seen it. When he started screaming those quotes in blue, and red eye, and you know this isn't how we act.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what's gonna happen.
Civilized. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Dog, that remind me. I don't know if y'all ever seen goddamn Watchmen, the series. No. But when they was on that Bulls, like what's they calling it? Bullseye or whatever, it was like this old union like cult back in the day, and it was like it was basically like the KKK back in the day, but came out and they came this other like this 17th Cavalry or whatever, which was a group of people that was putting Rorschach masks on and going around and killing like cops, but mainly like killing black people and shit. Like
yeah, I seen
they didn't fuck with them at all. So like that whole, but like they never said anything about it. They would just put like a bullseye up on their forehead and shit, like.
And they would be able to leave and go off. And
exactly. They'd be able to do whatever the fuck they wanted. That's
what it seemed like right there. Man, he got away with a lot of bullshit. We can list off, but for all those people who say you need to comply and you won't get shot, that motherfucker didn't comply to anything and he got away. So
and he closed the door too. That's what got me.
Closed the door.
He said, "I'm just gonna pull off and I'm not gonna bother.
And I'm not gonna bother anybody."
Here you have Daunte get back in his car and they 3 cops.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yo, that is so crazy. I'm just going to pull off. I need y'all to understand. I'm just going to pull off. I'm not gonna bother anybody.
Could you imagine what would have happened if the dude in the army, if he said that?
No, if the dude in the army, would have ripped his arm, if he would ripped his arm away from that other dude, they would have sprayed him.
He'd have got peeled right there on the spot. I'm not gonna bother anybody for the rest of your life. That's how they would have treated him.
That's a fact.
So for all those who think like this is just like a comply thing, it's not just that. And it's well. And for those who don't know, are you playing the clip from it?
No, just a photo.
No, just a photo.
For those who don't know, here's a perfect example of like everything we just showed you. This is a short film on Netflix that was illustrated beautifully in my mind of the everyday struggles of like black men against cops. Basically, the premise of it is
quick backtrack real quick. Joey Badass, from what I've heard, has played a phenomenal role. And shout out to Trayvon Free. He's a writer. I don't know if you guys have seen Camping on HBO, but he also writes for The Daily Show with Trevor Lawrence now. So he does a lot of political stuff as well.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Yeah, that's a good
one. So, like, the premise of this is just the struggles of him as a black man and getting shot, honestly, by a cop.
The premise of this is that seeing this shit in everyday life so regularly and frequently, you can go to sleep and have the same fucking nightmares, but it's not really a nightmare for you because it's happening to somebody else. The premise is that niggas going to sleep caught in a fucking loop. It might not be his loop because it's happening all around the fucking world every fucking day.
And another thing I think too,
you can't escape it going to sleep. You can't escape it going outside.
And you'll notice when you watch the movie, every time it was a different circumstance with the same outcome.
Yes, exactly. That's what I think that was the most beautiful part of it. No matter what he did, he got shot. No matter what he tried,
all the way up to the end.
And all the hair was comply.
You said the end, just?
The ending was crazy.
Insane.
It was crazy.
Bro,
see you tomorrow. See you.
I knew that shit was gonna happen.
I was radiating.
I got you too, without giving it away. You kind of can't.
Yeah, you're right. We're not gonna spoil it, but I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Yo, listen, when we drop this episode, those of y'all that are still watching, we're gonna put the big spoiler alert thing to blam up in the beginning. So
Yeah,
y'all
you're
know.
right. We not dropping this shit till this.
Oh, actually, let's talk about it.
So if you still here with us, then we
it kind of makes sense that.
Huh?
You said what?
I ain't seen it. Let me step out.
All right.
It's your fault.
So
you do your homework.
when they
exactly, y'all be talking shit about me not doing my shit.
What kind of gave it away for me was like how Joey Badass's character remembered, but the cop kind of didn't. I was like, how come they're both in loop and one remembers and the other one doesn't?
Mm-mm.
You know, nobody else was a part of that loop.
No, but the cop did remember it.
He did.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what I'm saying. You don't expect it, and then you see that.
But
at the end.
but
It's like,
everyone, I don't think that you see that coming because the girl didn't know about the loop.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah.
You know
The only reason I knew the ending was gonna go like that is because he sat on that cop car. Like, man, why wouldn't you get back in your car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice
I
that.
was like, bro, some shit is about to happen.
Because
like,
the worst part of the movie.
You ain't ensuring that he get in the house
at all.
That's not what you there for. You got him there. That's where he wanted to be.
At all.
The worst part, he's like, I'm gonna get to my damn dog. No, you just get home safe, bro.
Nah, but that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to y'all. Like
that part.
That's what I was trying to explain to y'all. He don't like in the movie wise anyway. He don't got shit else. So that's what he likes. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what he loves. So regardless, his dog is at home, a place where he feels safe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So I understand what they try to do with it. I just thought you know what I'm saying. In my mind,
it's one of those lines that you know could be left out.
Yeah, I thought it kind of took away from the whole premise of like I understand that the dog is what you care about, but the premise to me is, you know what I'm saying, trying to survive and make it home. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I get that you got to give him something to make it home too, and whatever. I just felt like it wasn't needed. Like we would have got the message without him saying that. But when I watched it originally, when I seen the highlights, I was like,
a dog.
I'm like, word. That's what we made this about. Getting home with my dog.
Honestly, I was like, bro, I can't watch no movie for no hour and 30 minutes when he just repeat. That remind me of goddamn End of Tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah,
but
that's a long, bro. That's a long ass.
That's the longest 30 minutes, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna lie, Brandon. They had my attention the entire time.
It was good.
The whole time.
It was a good movie.
It was beautifully illustrated of the black struggles, man, versus the cops.
And that last conversation that he had with Shorty was like the real no, it's the thing that brought it all the way around, full circle. When he was like, it don't matter what I do. Like she telling him you could talk to him, and that's what people aren't realizing. It's like, yo, we could talk to him, we could be nice, we could try to share stories. Like when he was at the end clapping, like you almost,
when he had the realization that when he was looking in the mirror, he was like, comply.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you do that,
you know the one thing he didn't try though,
shoot him,
killing him.
Can you imagine if he killed the cop? Like, let's be real. Like, whew.
See, but that's the thing. I'm glad they didn't do that because I think the message would have twisted at that point.
It would have definitely not for the movie. I'm just saying, but also maybe for the movie, if it would have broken him out the loop, maybe it would have woke some other people up too. I don't know, man.
But you gotta think about it. No, but listen. It wasn't. But you remember the one time he told him about it. He was like, well, pretty much it was like, well, if that's how it's gonna end, you might as well get walking. He walked down the alley and got killed by different cops.
Yeah, I get it.
So, but like, it's just
either way, he was nonviolent.
I think the dopest part too that I picked up from it too is like I think just kind of alluded to it is like even talking to them doesn't work. They still see us the same way.
Sure. What he said.
A lot of people don't recognize this too. You might talk to them or be friends with a cop and they might like you, but that doesn't mean they like or see every black person in the same light.
Oh, they don't. They like the certain kind. You seen it with old boy from the Clippers. You can mess around with a certain one. You remember what he was saying about like just not him. I don't care if you're don't hang out with him. Like, we kind of
there was another video of
Ken Island, Maryland, Waterford, Stonington. Like, come on, bro. We know these places. It happens.
Man, so
sad fact.
That's the reality of it all. But y'all got anything else as far as today's episode?
Watch that movie. It's 33 minutes.
Two Distant Strangers, excuse me.
It's
Dude,
27 of screen time.
That shit is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check
It really is dope. I honestly want to see Joey Badass act more. To be honest.
Yeah, he did a
think
great
he
job.
very good job.
He did.
Normally,
He
when
did.
Great.
Normally, when you see like rappers or someone who doesn't act and they do it, it's very cheesy. You're like, maybe you should stick to your profession.
Also,
he's very
See,
good.
this is the first time that I've actually seen Joey Badass act, because like it's a show called Grownish. It's like a spinoff of Blackish. He in that or whatever.
Oh, I didn't
But
know
like
that.
he has like minimal roles. You know what I'm saying? He's not really talking a whole lot, doing too much or whatever.
Right.
It's like a couple times they try to incorporate him more. But I saw this and I was like, oh, he's kind of cool in that, so I want to watch it. But then once I actually started to watch, I was like, bro, I did not know that this was, you know what I'm saying, this is gonna be about that. So that's what, as soon as I finished watching it, I literally picked my phone and was like, yo, y'all have to watch this.
yeah, I'm definitely going to.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch. And I think, for overall, I'd say, like, white people, it's on y'all to not just say you advocates by speaking it to me. Don't tell me that you standing with certain people. Don't look, it's going to change when we start changing, but it's also going to change when y'all start realizing that this thing is real and it's not something that people are making up, and it's not because the media is pushing it, and it's not because I wake up every day with an agenda to show everybody in the world. I got white family members. It's the truth, but the truth is the truth, man. Like, it happens to only us.
Yeah. To go off that, it's like, to me, like, I don't want no fucking sympathy. I want something to be different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like I like understand, and like you said, just don't tell me, tell your counterparts, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
talk to them about it. Like, get them some
have a
awareness.
conversation with me. Don't keep coming up to me asking me my thoughts on it. Ask the person that looks like you when you want to get coffee. What's their thoughts on it?
Exactly. Ask your friends what they thoughts on it, to be real and genuine. Because y'all be, I'm not gonna say y'all, not because not all white people like this way, but
Yeah, man, don't generalize.
y'all be
bro.
with a bunch of fucking, your friends be racist as fuck, and y'all don't check them on it. They be making black jokes and shit when black people ain't around, and you don't say nothing. You gotta speak up. I don't care if they're your homeboy. Check that shit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yo, you seen it. I know you seen it, Kwam. I know you seen it, Daryl. Plenty of times when we go to a service party or go over here, and y'all get too loose with it because you're not used to having the black person around.
Man,
and then when I wild out, when I wild out,
you're the angry black guy. You're the angry black guy. Yeah, you're the angry black guy, man. That's y'all put it perfectly. Honestly speaking, man, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know.
I do have one thing I want to put out there. So we talked about rappers acting. R.I.P. to my dog Darkman X, DMX. We fucked up last week on the live.
That's a fact.
And then speak about it, but Belly is a classic.
Stop.
Any movie he was in was a classic, man.
I don't know no Kiana. All right.
Daryl, cut it out.
Hey man,
don't make no faces, bro.
Shout out to the dog. I don't know. Belly is a classic, but
what? It's a classic.
See, that's what I be talking about, bro.
Look, man,
Belly's not a
classic. Y'all ain't have to throw that in there. Y'all ain't have to throw that in there.
All right. Thank you everybody for sticking with us. I know we didn't put out any conversations like this, any episodes like this, more serious topics. We're gonna do it as need be, but please feel free to like and subscribe to us. All the listeners and the viewers, thank you for sticking with us. We also do a live on Facebook every Friday at 8:30 Eastern. We'll be featuring that. That'd be a great way for you to interact with us. Drop your questions, all of that. We always love the support. We always love questions, and we always love to interact with people.
For sure, man.
Exactly. Yeah. And we also diversifying the channel. That ain't been said. Look for more individual stuff with us, 2-on-2s, 1-on-1 interviews with people.
We got a couple different ideas coming up for Mother's Day, so that'll be dope.
Fire.
Yeah, look out for Mother's Day. Oh man, love the woman.
Yeah, we got hey,
man, for sure, man.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Y'all make it home safe.
Make it home safe.